While there are a bunch of ideal couples in Hollywood, we can't deny the existence of cheaters in the industry either. From breaking off years-long relationships to divorces, here are the stories of cheating that can shake our faith in love. So, what are you waiting for? Let's dive right into the video and see who these worst cheaters are. Number 15. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's love story kicked off on the set of Cleopatra, where their magnetic attraction was undeniable. At first, it's said that it was Richard who approached Elizabeth with a cliched compliment. However, she found his approach underwhelming, considering his reputation as a ladies' man, and didn't think much about it. But everything changed when the two filmed their first scene of Cleopatra together in January 1962. On that day, Richard arrived on set sleep-deprived and shaky from a night of heavy drinking. Elizabeth, who was portraying Cleopatra, was asked to assist him in drinking a cup of coffee due to his trembling hands. Surprisingly, this vulnerable moment sparked an unexpected connection between them. Elizabeth, despite initially finding Richard a mess, saw past his flaws and felt strangely drawn to him. The feeling was mutual. Richard, smitten by Elizabeth's timeless beauty, likened her to a gravitational force he couldn't resist. But that doesn't mean their relationship was a bed of roses. Taylor and Burton's relationship faced hurdles, as both were married at the time when they fell in love. Elizabeth was married to singer Eddie Fisher, while Richard was married to actress Sybil Burton. It's safe to say that both of them had to betray their then spouses for each other, which makes them cheaters of the worst kind. Their romance wasn't just another Hollywood fling, it became a global sensation known as Les Scandales. Their affectionate gestures, captured by paparazzi, overshadowed major news events of the time. Their passionate love affair grabbed headlines, even drawing attention from the Vatican, which criticized Elizabeth for a relationship with Richard despite his own marital infidelity. Despite the moral outcry, their love deepened, leading to divorce from their respective spouses and a wedding in 1964. However, their life together was tumultuous, marked by highs of intense love and lows of fiery conflicts. They starred in movies together and accumulated wealth, but also struggled with their overwhelming attraction that often led to discord. Their roller coaster relationship eventually led to a divorce in 1974, followed by a brief reconciliation and a second marriage in Botswana in 1975. Yet, less than 10 months later, they divorced again in 1976. Elizabeth, despite her love for Richard, realized their union was too consuming to last. Even today, their relationship is remembered as one of the greatest love stories in Hollywood. But at the same time, many are convinced that since both of them were cheaters with their respective ex-spouses, their love was bound to shatter, as it did. Number 14. Rupert Sanders and Kristen Stewart. In 2012, the release of photos capturing Kristen Stewart kissing Rupert Sanders, the director of her film Snow White and the Huntsman, sent waves across the media. At the time, Stewart was in a well-known relationship with her Twilight co-star, Robert Pattinson, while Sanders was married to his wife, model Liberty Ross, whom he had been married to since 2002. After the pictures hit the media, both Stewart and Sanders swiftly responded to the public uproar by issuing statements. Sanders expressed deep remorse for the pain caused to his family, emphasizing his love and dedication to them. He shared his devastation, stating, "My beautiful wife and heavenly children are all I have in this world. I love them with all my heart. I am praying we can get through this together," in an interview with Us Weekly. Stewart also publicly addressed the situation, expressing profound regret for the hurt she had caused. She acknowledged the impact of her actions on her loved ones, particularly Robert Pattinson, whom she referred to as the most important person in her life. In her statement, Stewart said, "This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life. The person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him. I love him. I'm so sorry." Following the scandal, Liberty Ross filed for divorce from Rupert Sanders 6 months later. Stewart and Pattinson eventually ended their relationship in May 2013, but continued to maintain an amicable relationship afterwards. Number 13. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn was a dashing actor known for his thrilling roles on screen. However, his personal life was just as adventurous, marked by numerous romantic escapades and controversies. Flynn was infamous for his rampant affairs with many women, reportedly engaging romantically with nearly every woman working at Warner Bros. Talk about being a ladies' man. He was so into this stuff that the FBI even documented his numerous sexual encounters, labeling him as someone with a strong interest in women, particularly younger ones. Trouble followed Flynn due to his involvement with teenage girls, leading to accusations of statutory rape involving two 17-year-olds. Despite being married multiple times, including his marriage to Nora Eddington and Lily Damita, Flynn continued his affairs, causing distress in his marriages. It's safe to say that even when he was married, no one could really guarantee how many times he would have been unfaithful to his wives. Well, that's how you build a filthy reputation in the world of lovers. Number 12. John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe. The rumors about John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe have been around forever. The entire world says that Monroe was all about Kennedy, and this love might have been the reason why she died all of a sudden too. Even though their relationship was never officially confirmed, there's this spicy story floating around about a possible meetup at Bing Crosby's party in March 1962. That's where things supposedly got interesting. You can imagine the steam. Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate bombshell, giving a sultry happy birthday performance for JFK. Yep, that moment got everyone talking and imagining things. So, the story goes that during this fancy party, Marilyn and JFK might have had a moment, a connection that led people to believe they might have had a secret thing going on. Although, people say that there's no solid proof or official confirmation that they were actually having an affair. Still, that one iconic happy birthday performance became the trigger for endless gossip, and the JFK-Marilyn Monroe story remains one of those intriguing mysteries that history can't seem to shake off. In this whole affair, JFK was declared a cheater since, at the time when his supposed affair with Monroe was all over the place, he was married to Jackie Kennedy. Number 11. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Frank Sinatra, the iconic singer and actor, fell head over heels for Ava Gardner, and boy, did it stir up trouble. The affair was like a plot from a Hollywood movie, filled with passion, pain, and yep, you guessed it, cheating. Frank was still married to his childhood sweetheart, Nancy Barbado, when he found himself irresistibly drawn to Ava. Their connection was magnetic, pulling them into a whirlwind romance that led Frank to bid farewell to Nancy and say "I do" to Ava. But, well, even in their marriage, Frank's celebrity lifestyle kept causing problems, leading to tension in the relationship. Despite the deep love they shared, full of intense moments and all the glamour of Hollywood, their love story faced challenges. There was even an instance where Sinatra cheated on Gardner with Lana Turner. Not so surprisingly, their romance eventually faded away, ending in a divorce in 1957. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner, a tale of a passionate love affair that shone bright, but couldn't last forever. Number 10. Evelyn Keyes and Artie Shaw. Evelyn Keyes, born in 1916 in Texas, was an actress known for her role as Suleen O'Hara in the famous movie Gone with the Wind. She started acting in the late 1930s and became well known for her talent in Hollywood. Apart from her memorable part in Gone with the Wind, Keyes appeared in many films during the 1940s and 1950s. She showed her acting skills in various types of movies, not just dramas but also comedies and mysteries, proving she had a range beyond her role in Gone with the Wind. Off-screen, Keyes had a complicated personal life, especially when it came to marriages. One of her significant relationships was with Artie Shaw, a popular band leader. Their marriage was full of difficulties, with rumors of Shaw being a cheater, which eventually led to their divorce. This troubled relationship often drew public attention, overshadowing their time together. Despite these challenges, Keyes remained recognized for her talents as an actress, and later shared her life experiences in an autobiography titled Scarlett O'Hara's Younger Sister. This book offered insights into her life, marriages, and the world of Hollywood during her time. Some entries in the book also confirm that Shaw did actually cheat on Keyes several times. Number 9. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mildred Patricia Baena. The Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mildred Patricia Baena saga sent fumes through Schwarzenegger's marriage to Maria Shriver, shaking its very foundations. For those who don't know, Baena was Arnold's housekeeper while he was married to Maria Shriver. Arnold, famously known as the Terminator, had maintained a secretive affair with Baena, resulting in the birth of a child in 1997. For more than a decade, this truth remained concealed from both Maria and the public eye. However, when Arnold finally chose to reveal the affair to Maria, the consequences were unavoidable. The revelation of the affair and the existence of Arnold's child with Baena became the catalyst for the dissolution of his marriage to Maria Shriver in 2011. The aftershocks of this revelation echoed far beyond Hollywood, leaving a lasting impact on all involved. Today, he doesn't have any connection with Baena, but he does have full custody of his son. Number 8. Eddie Fisher. Eddie Fisher was one star that every classic cinema will always remember. However, our boy was in a complex love triangle that reshaped the lives of 3 Hollywood stars: himself, Debbie Reynolds, and Elizabeth Taylor. Fisher's compassionate nature led him to confront Taylor when she was mourning her late husband, Mike Todd. What began as consoling friendship unexpectedly transformed into a passionate affair between Fisher and Taylor. When Reynolds discovered the truth about Fisher's involvement with Taylor during a heartbreaking phone call, it shattered her world. This revelation became the tipping point that led to the end of Fisher's marriage to Reynolds in 1959. The highly publicized union between Taylor and Fisher attracted enormous media attention and captivated the curiosity of fans, creating a tumultuous chapter in Hollywood's history. Number 7. Carrie Grant. Known for his unique accent, Carrie Grant was surely one of the most loved actors of his time. But his love life might change one's perspective about him. Amid the filming of House Beat, Carrie Grant was captivated by the youthful charm of Sophia Loren. Despite being married to Betsy Drake, Grant found himself drawn into an affair with Lauren, causing strain with his relationship with Drake. Grant's involvement with Lauren not only affected his marriage, but also complicated matters on the film set. He initiated the production of a new script, sidelining Drake and replacing her with Lauren as the film's leading lady. The move blurred the lines between on-screen romance and real-life entanglement. Eventually, Lauren exited Grant's life, marking the end of their passionate affair and signaling a new chapter for both Hollywood icons. Number 6. Ingrid Bergman. In the 1950s, Ingrid Bergman, a prominent Hollywood figure, shocked the public by having a scandalous relationship with director Roberto Rossellini. Even though she was married to Peter Lindstrom at the time, Bergman developed strong feelings for Rossellini while they were working on their film Stromboli. The relationship caused a stir of controversy when Bergman became pregnant with Rossellini's child. This stirred up widespread outrage and disapproval, especially in the United States. Fans who once adored the actress turned against her, expressing their anger through hurtful messages and criticism. This affair led to a major controversy, prompting U.S. Senator Edward C. Johnson to propose a bill aimed at regulating the behavior of actors and filmmakers in the movie industry. Johnson accused Bergman of undermining the sanctity of marriage, resulting in a significant uproar that left a lasting mark on Hollywood's history. 5. Mario Lopez. In 2004, Mario Lopez made headlines when he cheated on his fiancée, Ollie Landry, during his bachelor party. I mean, how can you even think about it? That also at a time like that. The couple had recently tied the knot, but their marriage lasted only 2 weeks before Landry discovered Lopez's infidelity and confronted him about it. Recalling that incident later in an interview with the Daily Mail, the former Saved by the Bell actor expressed regret, acknowledging that he made a mistake. He mentioned, "I thought it was easier to seek forgiveness afterwards. It was my bachelor party, and I made a wrong choice. I shouldn't have lied or put myself in that situation. Dealing with all the drama, I eventually gathered the courage to admit, hey, I'm not ready for this, and I'm sorry." Man not only cheated, but was also assured that he'd be forgiven for an act like that. The unfortunate situation ultimately led to the dissolution of Lopez and Landry's marriage, which ended shortly after their wedding due to the fallout from the infidelity. 4. Katherine MC. Known for her amazing songs like Night and Day and Had It All, Katherine MC couldn't dodge the cheating saga either. She found herself in the spotlight when photos of her kissing Michael Morris, the director of the TV series Smash, emerged while she was married to Nick Caucus. This controversy eventually led to her divorce from Caucus. Reflecting on her life choices, MC spoke openly to Ocean Drive magazine, saying, "I got married really young and then divorced. And in the last couple of years, I felt like, wow, this is what I should have been doing when I was 20 instead of planning a wedding. But I don't have any regrets." She acknowledged that despite her youthful marriage and subsequent divorce, she learned valuable lessons from her experiences and the influences around her, helping her to understand her choices and grow from both successes and failures. Number 3. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's love story is another iconic tale. It all began when they were working on the film To Have and Have Not, and it raised some eyebrows because of their noticeable age difference. Well, Bogart did prove that everyone doubting their work together was, in fact, in the right. Bogart, an established Hollywood star, found himself attracted to the much younger Bacall, and their romance blossomed amidst the glitz of the entertainment industry. Their on-screen chemistry turned into a real-life affection that grabbed public attention. But we can't ignore the fact that Bogart was married to his third wife, Mayo Mathod, at the time this love sparked. Even though many people were surprised by their age gap, the couple's genuine connection was strong. Their relationship was defined by a deep bond that went beyond their differing ages, resulting in a lasting partnership that's still celebrated in Hollywood's history. But as the saying goes, once a cheater, always a cheater. Bogart was soon confirmed to have another affair with Verita Pete Thompson. Talk about mastering infidelity. Number 2. Jude Law. Jude Law and Sienna Miller kicked off their romance while working together on the set of Alfie in 2003. And things seemed to be heading towards a serious commitment when they got engaged on Christmas Day in 2004. However, their time as darlings of Hollywood was unexpectedly cut short. In 2005, Daisy Wright, the nanny responsible for lost children from his previous marriage, dropped a bombshell. She revealed to the Sunday Mirror that she had been having an affair with Law, going into detail about their time together in her diary entries. Caught in the middle of a public scandal, Law owned up to the affair and publicly apologized to Miller through the British Press Association. Following the reports in today's papers, I just want to say I am deeply ashamed and upset that I've hurt Sienna and the people most close to us. Law expressed, as reported by People. I want to publicly apologize to Sienna and our respective families for the pain that I have caused. There is no defense for my actions, which I sincerely regret, and I ask you to respect our privacy at this very difficult time. Despite efforts to salvage their relationship, Law and Miller ultimately split in 2006. They gave their romance another shot from 2009 to 2011, but unfortunately, it didn't last, leading to their final separation. I mean, you can't really build a relationship from the ground up after this, can you? Number 1. Tori Spelling. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's relationship was a center of controversy from the start. They met while they were both married to other people and later left their marriages to be together. However, their own union was tested when Dean cheated on Tori with another woman. Reflecting on the situation, Tori has openly acknowledged the irony and complexities of the relationship. On her reality show, she addressed the criticism and comparisons to karma, acknowledging the circumstances of their meeting. Maybe I had a hard time with that part, blaming the other woman, because that's how I met Dean. Now that it's happened to me, I know a lot of people are like, well, karma's a bitch. And this was it from the video. Let us know in the comments below if we missed out on any steaming scandal, and we will come up with another video. Until then, keep watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.